again.
What's up, boys and girls? Welcome to another episode of Tough Shit. I'm by myself again. Forever alone. Charming was actually busy all weekend, and I joined him part of the weekend. There was a wedding that he was the best man in. That's right. Someone actually chose him as the best man. Good for him. So he's been busy all weekend, but we had a chat at the wedding, and we need to get back in a room together to do this plus gay shit plus some of this again. So I'm by myself. I feel like this week has actually been pretty slow compared to the Usher herpes stuff, the R. Kelly pissing stuff, the drama left and right. This week has actually been pretty mellow. One thing, though, that did kind of suck, and it was kind of a bummer to hear, was did you guys hear about the stunt woman? I believe it was a stunt woman. She died in the Deadpool 2 shooting.
Deadly accident on a Hollywood set. We're learning new details this morning about the stunt driver killed while filming Deadpool 2.
That's the trip. A little ironic, I guess, that someone died shooting Deadpool. But that's kind of a bummer. I don't know if it stopped any production or if it's scaling anything back. But I know that happened, and that was kind of a bummer. But I don't know how I feel about Deadpool 2. Contrary to what most people thought or enjoyed, I actually didn't quite enjoy Deadpool that much.
They're all lame-ass teachers' pets.
I felt like it was a little predictable. I felt like the humor was a little forced.
Oh, I'm touching myself tonight.
And don't get me wrong, man, I'm all about crude, dirty humor, but it just, I don't know. I guess it wasn't as funny as I hoped it would be. But, some people really enjoyed it. And I think some people were in awe of the, oh man, this is a superhero movie? And they're saying stuff like this? Oh, wow. But for me, it was like, if you're selling it as this, then I'm not surprised that it's raunchy, because that's what you've been pitching to me the whole time. First R-rated superhero movie, first of its kind. Check out the wacky, crazy shit we're gonna say. So, it was what it was. Ryan Reynolds is cool though. I liked him a lot in Van Wilder, which kind of seems like this is a X-rated Van Wilder with Deadpool. But I don't know. I'm hoping the second one is gonna be a little better than the first one. But whatevs. So yeah, man, not much going on. It's not much going on when today is a Monday the 20th August, and everyone lost their shit over the eclipse.
Oh my God, look at that.
Everyone. It's an eclipse. Oh my God. I don't know about you guys, but I think I've seen an eclipse before in my youth. And people were just going ape shit for this one. And I actually didn't really care about it too much. You seen one eclipse, you seen them all. Though I am a little bummed out that I missed it because I didn't know what time it was at. I thought it was at nighttime, but it turns out it was at 10 a.m. and I had a long morning, or I woke up late. So I missed it. But it was cool to see the kids enjoying it, the niece and nephew. I think I would have enjoyed it more if I was a child. That's fucking cool. Because even my niece was tripping out about, like, how does that happen? How does the moon cover the sun and then it goes dark during the day? Like, that curiosity of it. And then she asked me, like, why can't we stare at it? And what's going on with this and that? And I couldn't for the life of me answer because I'm not a damn scientist. But that got me even more curious, and I kind of nerded out and I started looking up things and trying to read into it. So I guess I'm hating more because I got upset that I missed it rather than I wasn't that excited about it. So real talk right here. I'm bummed out that I missed it. But I saw everyone and their mom posting about it. And it was just a trip how it happened. Like, one thing that kind of tripped me out was the way that the news was reporting it. Literally had anchors in all these different parts of the country, all these different states. And it's just crazy. It's interesting to think of, like, the logistics behind that, of, like, how they organized all this. Like, all right, you got to call South Carolina, get someone on board, get Kentucky and Texas and and then everyone simultaneously at the same time has to be ready and prepared to report in to talk to them. Which is that was the cool part of it. The funny part that I thought was a little ridiculous was I think it was Al Roker, one of these fucking guys, talking to the crowd about the eclipse, and it was the same thing over and over. Like, how do you feel about this eclipse? What do you think about this eclipse? It's awesome. It's great. It's super cool. Yeah, no, it is. It's super cool, right? Where'd you guys come from? 2 hours away. Wow, you made the journey for the eclipse. Was it worth it? Yeah, definitely. Super cool. It's just, it was just no newsworthy, no talk-worthy things that they were just trying to make cool and really jazz it up. Like, yeah, this was really cool. Super, super, super cool. And another thing that was pretty funny was the boy Donnie Trump. There's a short clip of him looking directly at the eclipse, which you know damn well anti-Trump and liberals are gonna be like, see, he's a fucking dumbass. He doesn't even know you're not supposed to look at an eclipse directly in the fucking eyes. Come on, man. As soon as I walked outside the house and I realized the eclipse was going on, the first thing I did was I'm gonna look at it and see if it was gonna hurt my eyes. It's just curiosity, man. It's the nature of curiosity. But I know people are gonna say, he's a fucking idiot, he's dumb, blah 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 blah. But I don't blame him. I'm telling you, I was headed to the gym. I'm walking out the door, and as I'm walking out, I'm like, you know what? The sun or the light, the daylight seems a little weird right now. Seems a little funky. Why? Because obviously the eclipse, so it's masking it to a certain extent. So it was really cool. It was almost like a cinematic lighting to the world at that point. So then that's when it dawned on me, like, oh, that's right. Part of the eclipse is going on right now. I wonder if I could just take a quick peek. One of those, like when the girl's changing in front of you, and she's like, "Don't stare. I'm gonna change." Yeah, okay, I'll turn around. Hey, you do one of those quick, one of those quick glance and move, and that's what I did. I was walking out, and I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure I can just stare at it real quick. Probably won't hurt my eyes for that long, but I can get a cool little quick glimpse of it. And I'm pretty sure that's what the Donald was doing, man. It's just human nature, curiosity, or maybe we're just two curious boys. That's all we are in this world. But I definitely took a glance at it without looking at it. Without having something in my no glasses, nothing. I looked at it bare bones because it's just the curiosity of it. But it is pretty cool. I think they were saying the next one is in 2024 or something like that. So look forward to that, I suppose. I do like geeking out and nerding out on those type of things. So it'll be dope. And speaking of geeking out and nerding out, if you pay attention to detail, or if you care to pay attention at all, I got a new piece of design for my background wall. Right there. This thing right here. Yep. If you're listening to this without looking at it, I was pointing behind me. For the video people, it makes sense. But I got a brand new designed Spider-Man illustration for my wall. It's right behind me. It was a great, very thoughtful gift. And let me give the dude a shout out. The dude that drew it. He has an Instagram page. His Instagram, so his name is Bryant Howerton. Bryant Howerton. I don't know, I'm butchering it. I'm butchering his name. But on Instagram, he is BEHOWERTON. Information is right here below. I'll probably link to his stuff below too. But he does really dope illustration designs. And he did this one-of-a-kind piece for me, man. It's Spider-Man. It's pretty dope. It's kind of Spidey, like crouching down, kind of like flexing his muscles, but you have the Spidey sense going off, which is really dope. And it's cool because it's drawn specifically for me, dude, for the kid. So it's nice to know that no one else has it. Again, man, his Instagram is BEHOWERTON. You can reach out to him there if you want to get some custom artwork done. But it's pretty sick. I like it. As you can see, it is now part of my background drop. The Incredible Hulk. I had the Incredible Hulk. It was like a print on a piece of wood that was originally back there. So I got to find another place for it somewhere within this wall. But for now, Spidey's got my back, Jack. And then now I'm actually doing this thing where it's a little bit more tight focused, the video. So you're not seeing like the desk. And I used to have the pop toys and stuff like that. Actually, I still have them right here. I'll hold them up. I just held up the Tasmanian Devil. If you guys like that or you don't, let me know, man. Let me know, tight, not tight. I don't know. I'm just doing things, trying different things out with the videos and seeing how they go. So, like I said, man, it's been a pretty slow week. But I did, as this title says, find a new idol this week, man. This past week, I found a new idol in my life. I have these phases. I don't know if you guys have these phases, but I have these phases where I admire or idolize a certain individual for a certain extent of time. So like, I don't know, maybe I'll read someone's biography and then I'm all about that person for like months on end. And I'm like researching everything they've ever done and reading books and documentaries and just getting to know their whole life. And that usually varies from time to time. And people I've done that with are like Richard Branson, Mark Cuban, Rob Dyrdek, all these different types of people. Robert Rodriguez was one of the biggest ones that I really delved deep into it. And the funny thing is, this guy that's my new idol, fucking Kevin Smith for the moment right now, he's the fucking guy. He was actually inspired and idolized Robert Rodriguez, which is someone that I did as well. So it all started with I was actually looking for a new ebook to listen to. Audiobook. I'm huge into audiobooks because I drive so damn much. So the audiobook is a way to consume books without having to, have the necessity to sit down and reading them. So I've been crazy about audiobooks, but the past few months I've kind of let them go to the side and I just been listening to a lot of radio, a lot of podcasts and a lot of just music. So I missed, the knowledge. I missed listening to things that inspire you, that teach you new things. So I went on good old YouTube because I canceled my Audible account. And I went on good old YouTube and looked up audiobooks. And one of the first ones that came up was Kevin Smith's biography. Might be autobiography. I'm assuming it is. Because he's a writer anyways. Why wouldn't he write his own biography? So it was Kevin Smith's autobiography, and get this, the name of the autobiography is Tough Shit, right? Just like the fucking podcast. So that's pretty cool. So I didn't even know. I remember knowing he had a book, but I don't remember what it was called. All I remember was the cover. It's just his face looking up, and then it says life advice from a fat, lazy stoner or something like that. So I stumbled on it, and it's Kevin Smith's. It's Tough Shit. Life advice from a fat lazy stoner who did good, right? Hell of a title. So I had to check it out. So it's about a 5-hour audiobook. I finished it in, I think it was 2 days, because my drive is like about 4 hours a day anyways, when I do commute. So I finished it and it was dope. It was, I recommend it to anyone, especially people who want to do their own thing and people who are kind of like self-starters or whatever. Listen to this. Not only was it inspirational, but the really awesome thing about it was that it was in layman's terms. It was funny, and he talks a bunch of shit in it. So it's like a bunch of swear words and dick jokes.
I'm a product of Don Smith's balls. That's important to establish and acknowledge right off the bat, not only because it makes what I've accomplished in life seem even cooler, but also because Dad's balls have been, to my way of thinking, too rarely celebrated.
Just ridiculous off the wall things that he says, and comic book and nerdy metaphors about life, and life is like Superman versus Batman, but this and that, like all these nerdy, funny, goofy things in it, while he's hitting you left and right with like real experience, real knowledge, because the dude's he's a savage, man. So that's like I'm like idolizing the fucking guy right now. in something that Kevin Smith would say is like, I'm sucking all his cocks right now.
And I will blow you on the internet.
So, and then I'm a fan of the podcast. One of the few podcasts that I'm subscribed to is Fat Man on Batman. So just seeing that, and then going back to the journey of Clerks and Clerks 2 and Mallrats and Chasing Amy and Dogma, listening to all that stuff and the backstory behind all that, and to where he's at now, dude, it's crazy inspiring and motivational, man. And then what I liked about the Tough Shit title, so the way we took Tough Shit, which sounds douchier than it's intended to be, is we're doing a podcast about just things. It could be current topics, it could be what's on my mind at the moment, it could be something that Charming's dealing with, it could be something I'm dealing with, and we just try to be as honest as possible with it, how we feel, how we don't feel about it, what we think, whatever our perspective is, and you try to be as honest as possible without putting that much of a filter on it. And if someone takes offense or whatever, then that kind of tough shit about it, at least you're being honest. And the way he took tough shit in the book was he made it more of a that's just how life is, man. Tough shit. Like, you either make it or you don't, or you try to or you don't, or you get with someone and it doesn't work out, or this job doesn't work out, or whatever it is. So, tough shit, you deal with it. One of the biggest moments of that book, which I'm not trying to spoil it for anyone, if anything, I'm just trying to do it some justice and have people listen to it, because it's free anyways. It's on YouTube. Is he's talking about a story about his father, who was a postman and hated his job for like 40 years. And he passed away in a really bad, graphic way. I think he had a stroke or something, but he was like suffering, and then he like died in his, fucking life screaming or whatever, and at night. And he just kind of wrapped it up with like, that's tough shit, man. I mean, you have a good man. He worked really hard. He did what he had to do. He stayed at a job he didn't like for his family, and he did what he had to do. And even for a good man, you don't die peacefully. So that's kind of life's tough shit. And that kind of like inspired Kevin Smith to really go to the next level in his life, because he noticed someone that was doing something they didn't enjoy for so many years, and then to die the way that he died, he figured, I might as well just try to do something while I'm living, because I might go unpeaceful, or go without peace, or go in a horrible way anyway, so might as well keep it going. So I'm loving the dude right now. I'm actually in the middle of watching the Clerks How It Was Made documentary, so that's fucking awesome. Check out that book, and then also the podcast is great, and the dude's like super insightful on how to. He's a businessman, even though he's a lazy fuck. I mean, he calls himself a lazy fuck, but even though he's like he seems like this stoner dude, he talks about how everything to him is a business, and how he looks at his creative industry, as his creative career as a career, and how he maneuvers it that way. So it's brilliant, man. So that's my new idol right now, Kevin Smith. You're a savage. And I'm consuming a bunch of that stuff right now. Dude, I think I'm wrapping things up now. I could go for longer, but I'm trying to maintain these a little shorter. So I'll probably record another one, a little shorter clip one. Anyways, so guys, comment, subscribe, engage. I've been getting some great feedback from the people that I know who watch this stuff. So thanks so much, everyone, for watching, guys. With Tough Shit, I'm JQ, and I promise you very, very soon we're going to have another one with Charming. So thanks for watching, guys. Peace.
Can't end.